What's your name? What do you do?
I'm Jons. I head up growth for Fyxer.ai. We're an email productivity tool growing super fast right now.
What's been your favorite purchase for under £1,000?
This is going to be so tech, bro. My Huel subscription, Black Edition, lunchtime, every day, keeps me engaged. I know a couple of your guests say this before, but black t-shirts from Uniqlo, same 2 pairs of jeans, 512s, Levi's every time.
Good combo. Huel, yeah, that's interesting. Do you still eat normal food?
What's wrong with Huel? Yeah, dinner time. Lunchtime is always Huel. Always Huel.
How long have you been doing it?
2016. I actually used to get invited to Huel tastings back in the day. I think I was like one of the first 250 people in the UK.
Did you define how Huel ended up tasting?
I'm not going to claim that. That's too much. That's way too much.
So, Jons, what's something most people would disagree with you on?
I think smartphone is the worst things ever invented. And I don't know if that's necessarily a hot take, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of coming to that kind of conclusion. I mean, obviously, what we do for work probably wouldn't happen without it. But in terms of like humanity has achieved over the last thousands of years, the step backwards from smartphones and the attention span, etc., is pretty alarming. I guess like one of the things I'd hope that we can do as advertisers over the next 6 months, 12 months is just be a little bit more conscious about not creating stuff that's quite as clickbaity, and it's maybe a little bit more kind of like value add for people.
What's your screen time?
Super low, super low. So until COVID, I didn't actually have internet at home. I didn't use it. I'd be in the office till 9, 10 p.m. I'd go home, I'd do a jigsaw, I'd listen to music like offline. Yeah, so I try and really minimize.
What's something for someone who has a lot of screen time, like what can they do now to help?
Black and white mode on your phone, I think works really well. Sleep mode, so my phone basically locks itself after 10 p.m. Do that pretty religiously. And then just like trying to fill your evenings with other stuff that isn't just by yourself and your phone.
How do you optimize your Meta account? What conversion event are you using?
So we use work email connected is our North Star. It's basically the number of people that connect their work inbox with Fyxer. There are more like value parameters that we have against those users. So in terms of how many inboxes they connect, a single person might have 3 or 4 or 5 inboxes. Honestly, that scares me. I can't imagine managing more than one. And then through the lookalike audiences, we can also kind of create proxies for people that might have multiple inboxes, but also have multiple emails in those inboxes. So if you're an email user that has 1,000 emails in your inbox versus 2, you have to assume your value is quite different.
That's interesting, because I have multiple inboxes, but I only really use one, and I've only connected one, but my LTV is probably like 1,000 or something, right? So do you catch those people as well, or is like you just see like, do they have a lot of inboxes?
I mean, we capture you in terms of what your LTV looks like. You would be a super high value person for us, a subscriber for over 12 months.
Yeah.
So that will go into our like top 1% audience of people who are paid subscribers, right? And then we'll create lookalikes off that.
1 to 17 mil is no joke. How are you growing so fast?
Everything we do is just focus. The best way to think about it is every person in our team, at the start of the week, we ask them what is the one thing that they can put a reasonable amount of effort into to move the needle, right? From an advertising, like from a meta point of view, it's a new campaign that you need to completely relaunch, like do that today. That doesn't take that much time. There's this really cool tool called Ad Manager, I don't know if you know it.
What's that?
It's super good, right? Do that today, not tomorrow, and that's just kind of the mantra across everything. And then also like, what is the opportunity cost of not doing stuff as well? Generally, my like MO would be focus on meta, because like there's such outsized opportunity there, right? If you add 10% to that, it makes a massive difference. I still believe that, but there's still time in the day, so you want to do other channels. So like doing stuff on YouTube, obviously through PMax or just like YouTube, kind of like fully native. Just do demand gen stuff. We've done a bunch of stuff with like native advertising, like Outbrain, Taboola, you know the classics. So yeah, we're just kind of saying like, what can you do more? So you finish your day in like any normal business. For us, it's like, okay, what's the next thing you're gonna do?
What organic channels are working well for you right now at Fyxer?
We're working really heavily on like our note taker product as like a PLG kind of like product-led growth kind of loop, because they see it in the calls, right? So we're doing 2 things. One, which is we're measuring the number of people who are previously on a call. Do they then go and sign up? And then obviously through the actual like sign up mechanism of like, you have a call, you send the meeting notes, and then you have an offer to then sign up from the meeting notes. That works for us obviously in 2 ways. It works for us within organizations, because a lot of meetings that you're generally on are with your colleagues, right? So in terms of our expansion methods, like that's super powerful for us. Also, when you have a meeting outside of your organization, we're getting kind of new orgs kind of into the mix there as well.
So it's like expanding current users and new users.
Double whammy.
Yeah, that's actually great. In terms of paid channels, what do you see as working like best for you right now?
Paid channels wise, Meta is always going to be #1 for us, I think. At least I can't see that exhausting in the next 6 months, 12 months. It's our big focus right now. We've built all the creative processes around it quite heavily. The returns are super good for us.
And is there any other channels you're experimenting with, or is it purely Meta?
We're going pretty big into search right now. Obviously kind of like AI, productivity tools, search volumes have been up massively kind of year on year. Thinking about like the verticalization of that as well. Like some of the information we're getting, like AI tools for real estate, professional services, using it as a research channel as well is super interesting.
Do you do like outreach, outbound, like that aspect as well?
So in terms of our enterprise, we do kind of land and expand is sort of our GTM, right? So we're doing a bunch of like prosumer acquisition to get into the enterprises. We're then just trying to find the whales kind of in our database. So we're kind of doing more like product-led sales. Who are we seeing in the database? Who's moved from 1 seat to 5 seats to 10 seats? And then we'll do warm outbound to them.
What's your current growth tech stack that you use?
We're obviously big into Meta, big into Google. We've tested native and we've tested a little bit with TikTok in terms of like tools which are going to help us with that. Ad Manager is like a big lift for us. We do a lot of quite cool stuff in Google Sheets from a reporting point of view. And then the analytics stack is Post Hoc, which I feel like you speak to a bunch of different companies right now, everyone's using Post Hoc.
We also use Post Hoc. It's pretty good. What's been your biggest mistake in your growth career?
My first week at Fyxer, I sent an email to our entire database saying hello first name. One of the founders messaged me being like, oh, I assume I got like a draft of this. I'm like, no, it's gone for 42,000 people.
Did you get any replies?
We got some screenshots go on LinkedIn, obviously, but no.
Growth hack, actually.
Yeah, that's the growth hack, right? It was an intentional viral loop.
Yeah. How do you see Meta changing 12 months from now?
We're always going to see more automation, be that about some of the value parameters going back in. I know they're doing a bunch of testing around like LTV stuff. I can see them saying, okay, well, let's pipe your revenue data back in and we'll find people who are worth more money for you, right? A bunch of people testing that already. I think it's an alpha, it might have been in beta potentially, so I could see that. What I hope though is like from an advertising point of view, like I'd really love it if we could stop chasing hooks. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like just the global attention span getting shorter and shorter can't be a good thing for any of us. So if we could do a better job as advertisers just to like do more informative content and try and help people a bit more, I think that'd be a really nice thing to see. Or even like short form teasing the long form, right? You don't just have to create a 7-second ad just to sell your product. Like how do you actually sell a 7-second ad that then goes to a longer form of thing, which is the edutainment as well?
Well, have you tried running like a 5-minute ad?
Not yet.
You should. It does work for a lot of brands, actually. Yeah. It goes more into like the VSL territory, but it can work quite well, to be honest. Actually, if you're doing webinars, just like repurpose that into ads. I've seen that crush for
We're thinking of doing that with like FAQ videos as well. So like how do you get the best out of Fyxer? Actually, that can make an ad just as well as it can make an FAQ question.
Yeah.